in the beans, please, into a bowl. Let's have a look at this. The thing with haricot is you can get them which are cooked and raw ones, and we've got a raw one, so that's okay. We can just slice that up.
Well, it's quite nice though. It's got that kind of paprika, it's a slightly spicy paprika.
Lovely stuff, and it's got the great ones are to buy when you buy them in Spain, and you just walk around and buy some of those takeaway jobs. They're wonderful.
Like you're popping in for breakfast, tatas or something like that.
Yeah.
Do you like that type of things, Brian? At sort of lunchtime, especially.
I'll tell you a story. I went to Spain last year, and I hadn't been there for a while, and I met a pal in a villa, and it was his birthday, and we went out on a boat, and we nearly got killed. This boat, just big trouble. So we said, okay, let's go to tapas bar, and we'll have 1 tapas and 1 drink, because we're going out for dinner tonight. Yeah. 18 gin and tonics and a whole layer of tapas afterwards. They threw us out of this restaurant. I didn't think people threw that in Spain.
You really went for it, is he?
Absolutely.
Don't let my chef talk too much. You've got to concentrate on...
Oh, I know, he will be. Don't you worry about that. Oh, look, he's opening up the tins, everybody.
They're delicious.
Now, I've got to say, Nicholas, you hosted Just a Minute on Radio 4 for what, 30 years, is it?
25 years.
Right. Without hesitation, repetition, or deviation, would you like to speak about kidney beans for 1 minute?
Well, I've talked about beans, then.
Yes.
Right. Beans are one of the most staple diets that you'll possibly have. They are nourishing, full of vitamins and so forth. They're different colours, different kinds. You can have runner beans, broad beans. I love those broad kinds.
Hesitation.
No way, you're into the word broad or something. Right, I mean, you suddenly spin this on me like this, but I am a bean freak, you might say. I eat them frequently. There's all kinds of jokes made about beans which are concerned with flatulence, which really we don't want to go into again. We've already mentioned that and had a laugh about it. But beans, well, they just bring to mind 57 different varieties. Heinz,
come on, do I have a buzzer or what here?
Don't need to get heckling in the background. You concentrate on the cooking. I'll concentrate on just a minute.
I mean deviation.
I know, it's deviation.
Oh, listen to you two. Give them a round of applause. 1 minute for Nicholas Parsons there. Excellent. That is fantastic. Oh, lovely. Okay. Cheeto sausage on frying. We've got some lovely spring onions frying. And what's happening here?
I'm just going to put some garlic in here to roast this in the oven, give it a bit of flavour. We'll use that as a container to serve the angel hair in which Nicholas get out right now.
Okay, come back and see you shortly. Now, Ross.
You want all of this,
you started off at a phenomenal pace here. What are we doing?
We've got a lot to do here, Ainsley. I've got to keep Vanessa happy, because if there's one thing Vanessa knows about, it's quality.
Absolutely.
That's enough, actually, Vanessa. Terrific. Thank you. If you'd like to do a few more greens, then pop them in some cold water. That'd be superb. Thank you very much.
Okay, 16 minutes left, gentlemen. 16 minutes.
And then if you'd be so kind as to follow my example there, that'd be wonderful.
Yes,
thank you very much.
Yes.
Right, Ainsley, what I'm doing is I'm just making a little bit of a stuffing for our cucumbers here. So I've cut up some of the strips of chicken into strips. It looks like lovely corn-fed chicken.
It does, beautiful.
Kosher, of course, because we're sticking to the kosher rules. Take that off and pop that over here.
Now, what about this? Can people buy minced chicken now to do this type of thing?
You can, actually. It's ever so cheap. I've just done that by hand, saving a couple of shekels over here and taking away the trimmings. That's a little bit of chicken, some spring onion. I'm going to put some garlic in there a second. A little bit of cumin.
Lovely.
A little bit of salt. A little bit of balls. I tell you that, Vanessa, she's so resourceful. What a wonderful woman she is.
Oh, so resourceful. Right.
Right, I'm going to put a little coriander and some garlic in there, and that's going to become our stuffed cucumbers.
Great.
Now I'm using my cleaver here. I've got the biggest chopper on BBC at the moment.
There we are. Oh yes, Brian's not got his out, so you're fine there.
Now there's a thought, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Okay.
Just peel this off. That's our garlic. Now the idea is that this is a bit like the old whole steamed fish in Thai cuisine. The idea is you're just going to steam it, keep all those flavours and colours and whatever in without having to add any oil or any other calories. So
it's absolutely perfect for a diet, really, isn't it?
Absolutely. Yeah. So we're just going to mix that up, and you can imagine that's just a little bit dry there, so a little soy sauce might be a good thing to put in there, I think.
14 minutes, gentlemen, 14 minutes left to go.
Gosh.
Okay, that's quite a few ingredients you're sort of mixing in here, aren't you?
Indeed. Vanessa's doing a splendid
I'm
job.
not,
She is.
I'm
She's
not
doing
I've sort
fantastic.
of punctured my cucumber a bit.
Oh, well, not
It's
to
meant to
worry.
be a perfect look. I've done that to it.
Oh, don't worry.
When I was cutting the plastic off it, don't tell him.
No, don't
Keep
tell him.
quiet.
If you could leave the bottom in them, this would be great. Just like that one. Thank you.
Oh.
Yeah. The way you said that, I wouldn't cut that anymore.
No,
There we are.
no,
Just a
I
little
think
bit.
I'd rather...
Oh dear. Oh, Vanessa.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
lovely. Not to worry.
I didn't
not to worry.
realise I was meant to leave the bottom in
Oh,
them.
there we are. There we are.
Oh,
yeah.
dear.
Just
Oh,
scoop
God.
that out a little bit. Not to worry. I'm sure Ross will be perfectly happy
The
with
audience
that.
won't notice. So they're watching
Okay,
Brian.
pretend
Here we
I
are.
created a diversion.
Now, Vanessa, tell me,
Yes.
if I looked in your fridge 2 years ago or compared to your fridge today,
Oh, gosh, no
how is this?
comparison.
Really? How,
Oh,
in what
God.
way?
Well, before it would have had everything gorgeous in it. There would have
Yeah.
been cream, and there would have been delicious chocolate mousse, or the ingredients for making it, and apple pie, and it would have been a fridge to just every woman's dream fridge.
You sound as if you're depriving yourself, though, going through making your body lovely, but really inside the mind and everything, you're not really happy.
I'm pleased. I tell you what's nice. Going shopping for clothes is nice when
Yeah.
you can wear kind of, decent size, ordinary size clothes.
Yeah.
That's good fun. Well, I have to say I miss pudding. I miss it terribly. I haven't got at all used to not eating it. Not at all used to it.
I know.
Do you ever get used to it?
Sticky toffee puddings and stuff
Oh,
like
please.
that.
I know.
Especially with
I
Ross.
feel like saying the word spotted dick, but I'll try not to. I won't say spotted dick. But those kinds of things, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, life
It's
without
lovely.
them is almost not worth living.
But you say you're going out shopping now. What did you do with all your old clothes? Did you just give them away?
I haven't. I've got something like 600 really big suits and really lovely ones. I'm going to do an auction for charity, and I'm going to not make any of them more expensive than about £20, let's say. So anybody who wants one, I hope, will be able to afford one.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that to raise money for charity because I think that's good. And I don't know whether, if I took them all to my local shop and said, get dispose of 600 suits, I don't think they'd manage that.
No, they probably wouldn't.
No.
Oh, Louise, it's really lovely, though. A lovely idea. Well
Thank
done
you.
for that.
Thank you.
Now, what's this famous bread we've got here?
This
Is
is
it a
our
holla?
holla. Yep.
Holla.
So we're just going to make these into croutons, basically, because, of course, the Caesar salad is made up of croutons and lettuce.
12 minutes,
Vanessa,
gentlemen,
be so
12.
kind as to take the outer leaves off, separate them into leaves and wash them for a salad. It'd be superb.
Great. Look, I'm going to leave you to get on
That'd
with
be
this,
lovely,
and I'll
Anthony.
come back
Thank
and
you
see
very
you
much.
shortly.
Superb.
Well done.
Just in time, Ains.
Oh, lovely.
Right, so I've got the sausage in the bottom here,
Yeah.
pre-cooked.
Now, this is the cassoulet you were referring
This
to?
is the cassoulet, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about cassoulet in a second, but let me tell you, we've got that in there. We've got the beans and tomato sauce, half of it, with spring onions that I was lent from over there. Bit of
Beautiful.
olive oil in there.
Yeah.
That's going to go in the oven to cook. And
Okay.
hopefully-
How long does that generally take, Bri?
Well, the truth about a real cassoulet is that you need to... Right, if you just get the eggs and the milk. Can you drink milk?
11 minutes, gentlemen.
all right.
11 minutes left.
To make the batter.
All right. Okay.
You
have to.
sure?
Yes. Yes.
We don't have to do.
No. It's all right.
Just
I'm not mad about it, but I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. The eggs.
Cassoulet normally is made with the wonderful pork sausages.
Yeah.
It's made with confit of duck, boiled pork, and all kinds of lovely meat. Then white beans and tomatoes and garlic, and it's cooked in the. You cook them separately, then put it together in the oven. It rests for about 3 or 4 hours. Right. You get a big bowl out and put
And it's
2
even
eggs.
better the day after, isn't it, Brian?
It's absolutely fantastic.
But the smell that's coming from this now, because I can't get this over the television screen.
I know, it's
fabulous.
wonderful.
Oh, it's a good smell.
Oh, it's
I
wonderful.
thought for 1 minute you're being
smell.
rude, Nicholas.
No, he would never do
No,
that
that
to you.
sets all the appetites.
Right, you can crack those 2 eggs into the bowl still.
Yeah, what do you like to overindulge in, Nicholas? What's your favourite food?
Well, I'm a great sort of vegetables and fruit freak, really. I eat lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, and I like salads and so forth, but you can't bring a salad along because there's not much cooking in a salad.
Well, that's
You just
not
have to
actually.
Have to prepare it and look and make
You
it
can
look
toss
pretty.
things together. I mean, that lovely chorizo there, that could have all gone inside a salad or something, couldn't it?
No, but it's lovely. They're wonderful. Snowball.
Okay,
Can I do the eggs?
Do you want those beaten up?
Yeah.
Now.
If that's possible, beat them up.
Now, Nicholas, we're seeing
All
you
of
in
them?
this kind
All
of
of them?
attire.
Yeah.
Halfway, gentlemen, halfway. Now, we're seeing you in this attire. You've got your lovely water
Yes.
rat's tie on there.
Yes.
But you have dressed up in the past. Fishnet tights.
Oh,
You were the
very much
narrator
this.
for the Rocky Horror Show.
Rocky. Oh, I'm putting bits of shell in here. I'm not very
fish
skilled.
Right,
You've got to
that's
eat
it.
it, doesn't matter.
Fish them out, that's it.
Right, there we are. How many eggs do you want, Bran?
2 still, just 2.
Just
Just
two,
two,
right?
just
Just two.
two.
Now, do you use the fork
As
with
long
this
as you
or what?
like.
No, you can use a whisk. Here we are. Let me help you.
Right, there we
So
oh,
tell
I
me,
see, yes.
after all putting on these fishnet tights, do you
listen.
enjoy dressing up?
No, I didn't. I did it for a gag at the end.
Yes.
Because I was, as the narrator, is the part I played. Is it just what I do here? No? As the narrator,
Yes.
you know, I'm very formal in a very beautiful crushed velvet jacket,
Yes.
and rather
beat
formal all the way
it
through.
like mad now.
Beat it like mad now, right? There we are.
Get it smooth. Don't tickle it, beat it.
All right!
Oh,
For
dear.
goodness sake! He's a
dear.
slave driver, isn't he? What-
Oh, he was, you see. He's used to beating things like this. you
Yes,
see.
there we are. I'd never finish my story when I'm beating like this. Really. How am
I
I doing?
suspect you will. You look good at that. Keep going with it.
God, I didn't realise this job was going to be so exhausting.
Give us it here. That's it. There we are.
There we are. And what's that you're putting in there?
I don't know.
A little bit of dark brown sugar.
Dairy food. It's brown cream.
Really?
This is your fritters, you see.
It's my fritters, isn't it? You're wonderful at that. Yes.
That's it. So you're saying...
And you're very formally dressed like that.
Yes.
As a gag at the end, when they're all dressed in the fishnet tights, the high heels and the stockings and the suspender belts and everything, I said, wouldn't it be a great gag if I came on dressed the same? Because I'm in the finale number.
Yes.
And the director said to me, would you really? Ooh. I said, yeah, I think it might get quite a laugh. I said, I think I'll bring the house down. And it did, actually. It got such a huge reaction. They built it into every production of the Rocky Horror shows around the world now.
Wonderful. Have you got good legs, then? Are you quite proud of the legs?
Which I didn't realise before, you see.
Prove it,
think about our legs because they're covered all the time, you see. But once you put the fishnets on and wear the high-heel shoes, my opinions are quite good.
I know, it kind of lifts you up and gives you... did you do a sexy walk with it?
Oh, yes.
Can we have a little look at the sexy walk?
No, because I haven't got the high heels on.
Well, you can pretend, can't you?
Come on.
You can pretend a little bit of like one of these
No, I
things.
walk perfectly normally on my high heels.
Yes.
And the trouble is, if you've never worn high heels before, it is very dangerous.
I know.
Because women have certain muscles they develop by keeping them up like that. And you keep tripping forward, you see. I nearly fell in the orchestra pit the first time.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well done, Nicholas. 7 minutes left, gentlemen. 7 minutes.
Is this enough?
Okay, well done. Brian's got the cassoulet going over there, Ross. Now, you've got your chicken on. Oh, that looks good. Now, what else has been going on over here since I was talking to Nicholas?
You couldn't get a word in edgeways, then.
Wow, you wanted to have a bit of a chat about things. Am I allowed to remove this lid and have a look?
You certainly may.
Oh, look at those. They're poaching off beautifully. And everything softens and you get that lovely, delicate cucumber.
Thank you very much.
Fabulous.
Egg yolk checked for blood. Marvellous.
Everything's going on.
No blood, great.
Hey,
good.
So Vanessa, a while ago they were talking about you doing a centrefold. Did you ever consider that?
God, no.
Why not?
Because now his sending it doesn't
Oh,
fold.
stop it. Staples in my midriff, that's all I need.
No,
I
would've
thought
been
that I would spare the nation that ghastly sight. No way.
6 minutes, gentlemen, 6 to go. Now, so are you enjoying being single, though? I mean, you know, the public warn you about your marriage and everything breaking up, but what about being single? Has it changed you at all?
It's completely shocking to me. I'm shocked to pieces by the whole thing. I really am. I never ever thought this would happen to me. And I've been married since I was 21. And I'm 38. And it's a big, frightening, big, bad world out there. And I don't think enjoying is the right word. I'm learning to deal with it.
Yes.
But I have to say to anybody watching, it's a big, big shock for anyone who's newly single.
Sure.
And if I just said it to you, oh yes, it's absolutely marvellous, it wouldn't be the truth.
I've got to say, you've presented lots of TV shows, you've interviewed lots of people.
Loads of them.
Best and worst moments?
Oh gosh, best moment.
5 minutes.
I think an interview with Madonna,
Yeah.
which was absolutely amazing. When suddenly she started telling me all about how she felt about having sex, having just given birth to the baby, and it was kind of absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
That
And everyone was going, ooh,
that was
turning it up.
really good. Danny DeVito was a good laugh. I mean, I think when I used to do the Vanessa show on ITV, we had some amazingly terrible moments when people ripped all their clothes off and started behaving in obscene manners in the studio. But you know, it was all good, clean.
It became the kind of normality, though, didn't it?
Exactly, yes.
Now, what
absolutely.
about the future? Have you got anything sort of planned?
I don't know what the future holds, you know, and having lived the life I've lived, I think there are so many surprises. I'm glad I don't know what's going to happen around the next corner. Don't you think?
Yeah, it's kind of it's interesting, but it's intriguing too at the same time, isn't it?
I hope it's going to be good. I'm certainly, going to put my heart and soul into it, whatever it is. Yeah.
Well, looking good, looking good.
Thank
What have you
you.
got from size 20 down to size 12,
That's
was it?
right, yes.
It's
Size
extraordinary,
24,
isn't it?
I was size 24.
Size 24. Can you believe that?
And-
4 minutes to go.
And the shrink-wrap boobs from a 40 double D to a 34D.
Wow.
Amazing, isn't it? I know, it's amazing.
I know, all sitting at home
shocked.
saying, how did she do it?
It just done loads and loads of exercise.
Now, Rossi, tell me quickly, what's going on?
Right, Vanessa, here's a job for you. You've got lettuce, you've got chicken. Let's twack. Okay, we've got a little bit of mayonnaise.
Yeah.
We've got some croutons. We're going to make a little bit of salad. You're just in the way there, Anson.
Okay, I'll move out. I'll just step back. You tell me.
If you could just toss that in your own way, Vanessa, that'd be superb. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Now, you made a very, very quick mayonnaise there, Ross.
It's an egg yolk and some white wine vinegar, some Worcester sauce because we're not having
Oil.
Anchovies. We don't have any anchovies. And sugar for sweetness, although Vanessa's very sweet, of course.
Absolutely.
And salt and pepper and some mustard to emulsify it.
3 minutes to go, gentlemen. 3 minutes.
There's our little cucumbers.
Oh, they look very, very nice, don't they?
We'll just grab our cloth.
And what about that juice and that? Do you just...
Yeah, that's the cooking juice, and we're just going to, whoops, a little bit tight in here. We're just going to pour that over the top. Just purely, oh, goodness, that's warm.
That's lovely.
For all goodness sakes, Warmareed.
And I like the way it's interesting. It really is interesting, ladies and gentlemen, the way you use different types of crockery and stuff to really bring out the flavour of the Orient or whatever country you're kind of associating your food with. That's really lovely. Okay, now over to you, Brian. How's things going here?
We're looking good. We're just going to make... I was actually
using all the things I love.
Some butter over the first course, but I can't because the man doesn't like butter.
Yeah.
So we've got that. So we're going to put some balsamic dressing over it. Put that back in the oven.
Okay.
The cassoulet we'll bring out at the very last minute, but it's looking great.
That's looking good. Lovely and toasty on top.
The cassoulets going to go on there.
What about this angel here?
Well, that's actually for the crew and me later on.
Is it?
I've got enough now.
All the crew's smiling here, aren't they? You should see their faces.
Well, pass the vote.
Right, only 2 minutes to go now. 2 minutes.
Those can go on there. Now we're going to put some runny honey in here.
That's fine. Now, your famous game, you love your game shows. What's your favourite one on TV, Nick?
Oh, you know, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? It's a brilliant idea, and Chris does it so well, doesn't he? You know, no, it's a compulsive viewing.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some pretty naff ones have been around because they can fill the schedules with as many as they want now, but that one's great. The Weakest Link is good too.
The Weakest Link's fantastic. Anne Robinson.
Oh,
yes, well.
It's quite frightening, isn't it?
Yes. Goodbye, and all that type of stuff. It's very nice, very dismissive, isn't it?
Yes.
You are the weakest link. It just blows you away, doesn't it? You feel petrified standing there.
You were winners last time. You didn't do very well, did you?
Yes, exactly.
I don't know how people keep saying, let's go on the show, but it's a very clever idea.
It is a very, and of course you are the main man. You took sort of game shows, if you like, to its ultimate
Well,
height,
you know, really, I'm an actor.
21 million.
Yeah, I got the
There you
record.
go, 1 minute to go.
1 minute to go. Using all the things I love, extra.
I know,
virgin
everything.
olive oil,
Well, get yourself
balsamic vinegar,
red or white wine, Nicholas.
I'll have a glass of red wine.
Glass
yes,
of red
thank you
wine for
very much,
Nicholas.
yes.
There we are, one glass of red
Fine, there
wine.
we are. Fine, there we are.
There we are.
Chopped herbs over here,
Absolutely
Nicholas, please.
beautiful. Get your herbs done, right? This is when the chefs really start moving, everybody. You can see that. Beautiful banana fritters there. We've got cassoulet. We've got all sorts of things. Remember, at the end of the day, you're going to be voting what the chefs did with the ingredients they were given. That's the most important thing. Vanessa's in there now, just like a mumsy in the kitchen. She's standing there, getting it all laid out. Absolutely fantastic. Vanessa, red or white wine for you?
God, white wine. Please.
White wine coming up, nearly 30 seconds. Keep it going. Right, let's get that to go in another glass. Okay, 1 glass of white wine to it. Come. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop cooking. Well done. Oh, well, I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, the food looks fantastic. We've got Thai over here. We've got Mediterranean food over here. What will it taste like? Over to you, Nicholas. You get stuck in everything. I want you to try everything. Brian, what are you going to call it?
Cassoulet in just a minute. Well, perhaps it was 20.
No, just a minute cassoulet in 20.
Oh, just a minute cassoulet in 20. You're quite right.
Lovely, lovely. I'm glad that you're both still speaking.
Yes.
Now,
Well,
Nicholas
these
brought you along
Yorkshire
some
type.
chorizo, vermicelli, a tin of kidney beans, chopped tomatoes, green pepper, a red chilli, and the banana. What did you do with it?
Well, we cooked the chorizo first, and then we put it into the bottom of the cassoulet tin here with tomato, garlic, chilli, spring onions, and the kidney beans, breadcrumbs over the top, olive oil, baked it in the oven. Fantastic flavours, all married together. Wonderful dish.
Oh, wonderful.
Starter got the angel hair with some more chorizo, chilli, balsamic vinegar dressing, and we put it in a roasted green pepper.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this is the wonderful batter that Nicholas made. Thank you, Nicholas. At least you and I
We were
know.
beating together, weren't we, Nicholas? Beating in unison
Banana
together.
fritters with honey dressing and orange icing sugar. Wonderful stuff.
Can we taste this as well?
Please.
Well,
Yeah,
you could do.
exactly.
And go on then, have a quick bite then. Tell me what you think of that.
Oh, well, this is my favourite.
I know, you like the old banana,
I
don't
love
you?
the banana.
Oh.
Do you want some?
No. Oh, yeah, all right then. Go on
Come
then,
on,
Nicholas.
give a
Go
bit
on.
of banana.
Oh, down your shirt, Ainsley.
Oh, not the
No, he's a wicked so-and-so,
He is, isn't he?
Yes,
So wicked. Oh,
No.
Nicholas.
Isn't that wonderful?
Ooh.
Isn't that wonderful?
I'll invite him round to my house too.
You can come
All right,
anytime,
well done, okay. With a banana mouth, Vanessa. Please, you get involved. No. What are you going to call this, Ross?
It's not over till the Fat Lady Slims.
Yay! That deserves a round of applause. Yes, indeed. Okay. And the slim Vanessa brought you along chicken breast, mango, basmati rice, cucumber, little gem lettuces and spring onions. Rossi, what did you do with it?
We followed healthy eating and the laws of kosher. We made the Thai stuffed cucumbers with the offcuts of the chicken, spring onions, garlic, the herbs, the spice, a little bit of soy sauce, steamed them with a little white wine, sesame oil and the soy sauce. We then made the classic New York Caesar with a hollow, the chicken, the little gem.
And it's brilliant because it looks like an enormous meal.
Absolutely.
Actually,
It's just lettuce.
Yeah, just
exactly.
nothing.
And then it was really sort of chic with the pudding. And the idea was to make sticky rice with the rice. And then I instead of using vinegar and salt and sugar as you would in Japanese, I've used lemon juice and sugar. Then we've got mango on the top and some mint. And then instead of soy, I've made a caramel sauce with lime.
Yeah.
And then instead of pickled ginger, we've made some soured, very, very thinly sliced oranges. So it's like sushi, but it's pudding.
Terribly inventive,
Really
I have to
delicious,
say. Wonderful.
I must say.
Yeah.
It really is. Fantastic.
Oh, wonderful. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. But will it be the red tomato or the green pepper of Brian Turner? Let's find out now as we go to our audience. Will you please vote now? Oh, it's a red tomato!
Well done.
Well.
The old thing does good.
Yes, we've definitely won them over. Now, I have to say, look, there's £1,000 here towards your favourite charity, which is?
It's breast cancer care. I'm so delighted. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's
I'm really
wonderful.
pleased.
Very, very good news. And well done to you too.
very much.
Lovely, excellent.
Oh, that's lovely.
Oh, what can I say?
If they'd tasted it, I think the voting would have been different. Brian's done a marvellous,
He's done a
job.
marvellous job, but it wasn't, you know, it always looks kind of dramatic there, but it was quite, it wasn't far
by
away as you
appearance.
think. But we're not going to send you home empty-handed.
No,
Oh,
no. Oh, I
you
would
get to
treasure
take
that,
our
yes.
celebrity ready, steady cook clock.
Oh, that's going to look wonderful on my wall.
On your kitchen wall. Thank you. Thank you very much. Olivia, I'm going to shake your hand.
Yes.
Thanks so much
Not
for
at all,
coming along.
not at all.
Love to your lovely
Lovely to
wife,
see you, yes,
Nicholas.
yes.
And Brian,
Thank you.
thank you
And
very much.
Brian,
Hey,
well done.
bring your
Well
lovely
done.
goodies over here. And thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've had a wonderful time here on Ready, Set, Cook. Until next time, have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.
The National Lottery next on BBC One Scotland. Then we escape to the sun of Benidorm, sizzling in 5 minutes.
I raise a glass to her. God, sorry, boys.
Any singer wants to sing the songs of Burns.
No, I'm filming a programme about Robbie Burns.
He was manly, and yet he was poetic enough to be sensitive.
On Burns Night on the 25th.
He's a deserved icon for Scotland.
I've got to go, otherwise it won't be on at all.
Every political party would be daft if they didn't try and claim Robbie Burns.
I raise a glass to our national bard, Robert Burns.
Phil Cunningham discovers the real Rabbie. Tomorrow at 10, BBC Two Scotland.
Escape to the sun with BBC One Scotland after this.